or sex trafficking parts of the case in sentencing him for prostitution, that it would be unconstitutional. They fought back on the enhancers that prosecutors have argued for a more strict sentence. They can't argue fraud, coercion, that Combs wasn't a leader or organizer. And again, they say, look at what he was acquitted of. That would suggest that. And they argue, look, he has already experienced enough punishment by sitting at the notoriously bad MDC for over a year. So they argue for a 14-month sentence. And by the way, in anticipation of sentencing, people have submitted letters of support for Sean Combs to the court. You have a letter from his mother, Janice Combs, who writes in part, I'm writing this letter to implore your honor to please have mercy on my son. Sean has always been a loving and caring son. On December 21st, I will be 85 years old. Goes on, I would like to be able to spend the last few years of my life with my son, Sean. Unfortunately, my son has made some terrible mistakes in his life, which I know he recognizes. His adopted sister, Keisha Combs, wrote, I pray that this moment is not the end of Sean's story, but a turning point toward a more purposeful and honorable life. You even have letters from fellow inmates. You have one from a Raymond Castillo, who writes, Mr. Combs has saved me. Not only striving to better himself, but to better everyone he encounters as a whole and leave a positive impact in everyone's life. Even behind bars and with limited resources, I've witnessed this man do magical things. In a place of segregation, I've seen Mr. Combs bring unity to all races and ethnic groups, no matter the background, as a united front. You have another inmate who writes, because of Mr. Combs, everybody in the unit is treating and acting positively towards each other. And for many people, that's a step forward in becoming a better person for when they get out of prison. So with all of that in mind, right, that's sentencing. Is it even going to happen, or is his convictions going to be thrown out? Because we got to talk about what happened in today's hearing, where Combs tried to get those convictions thrown out. And for that, let me bring on, once again, Law and Crime Network's reporter, Elizabeth Milner. Elizabeth, so good to see you. Get a chance to talk about this again. It's been a few months.
Right?
Thank you so much. First of all, it was a crazy scene getting in. There was a lot of people who tried to, right? You were there since like 6 a.m.
Yes, I was there bright and early, 6:30 a.m., got there, and there was already a line. Now, it was mainly a lot of press, but then we had this moment where we could just like put our names down on a list, come back later, and then when I came back, it was just so many more people. And I was surprised to see how much interest they had for just kind of what I felt to be like a standard procedural hearing, but so many people, I think, wanted to get one of their final glimpses of Sean Combs before he eventually learns his fate.
Yeah, and how did he look? Because we have the courtroom sketches. In my opinion, he looks skinnier.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Now, I don't want anyone to mistake what I had said, like I did last year with astonishingly thin, none of that. But I did feel like he did look slimmer from trial, but I did think he was kind of in an oversized MDC jumpsuit, which I was really surprised he was wearing, as opposed to kind of what had been ordered by the judge, which was the sweaters, the slacks, all of that stuff. So he came in the tan khaki suit. He kind of beamed up with smiles. I was surprised given how long it's been since he's seen probably all of us, but I think it was more so the smiles for his family.
His family was there?
His family was there, and the entire family too. So that included Keisha Combs, LaWanda Lane, who's been kind of taking care of the twin girls while Sean Combs has been incarcerated. Sarah Chapman, who is the mother of Chance Combs. Chance Combs was there. The twins were there. Janice Combs, Sean Combs' mother, was there. Charlucci, who's been a fixture every single day of trial.
And had him on sidebar.
Yeah, we've had him on sidebar. I've interviewed him, and so he was there, as well as Quincy Brown, Justin Combs, Christian Combs, and Christian Combs' girlfriend. So it was a